Guys, so regardless if you're doing a sculpture or if you are doing a illustration, the first thing that we're starting with are our basic shapes. So before we even start thinking about value, we want to take that drawing that we did of basic shapes to create our anatomy figure. And we're going to do a little bit to refine them today. So taking those basic shapes and starting to build muscle and some more details just lightly in pencil. So first, what I recommend is definitely having your reference image, whether you drew on it. Also another thing, great to trace. Use your windows. You can do your first drawing and just work over and over again, and then put a piece of paper on top so you can really refine it as well. You can put another piece on top and just really work out some of those dimensions. Another thing that you can do is actually after you get to this point, if you color the back, you can also transfer your original drawing, not tracing from the printout, but transfer that so you have some lighter lighter lines to work with if you have a tendency to work darker. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to do something called just a light erase. So we're going to take away some of those areas that we don't need and some of the lines that are really dark, like in the shoulder here. I know that where that overlap is, so I'm going to erase those lines just so that I can kind of clean it up a little bit. And you want to make sure that you're working in the size that you want your final piece to be. So this is going to be a comic book cover I wanted to make. So I'm making sure that it's at least 8 by 10 like mentioned. And that it's going to fit into whatever kind of setting or scene that I decide to put them in. So you first want to have your reference, whatever it is of, whether it is of your illustration, of your sculpture, and we're going to go over rendering later. So right now, all we're doing is using pencil and coming in to refine some of those lines and edges. So using my reference picture, coming in and just defining the thumb. You want to I'm going a little darker so you guys can see, but you want to still continue to work lightly because whether you are creating a sculpture or an illustration, you're not going to want really heavy pencil lines. So you're going to want to work slightly darker, but still keeping it light enough. Also remember we talked about like those different side planes and overlap where things kind of will be in front of another body part. So I'm going to come in and work with the neck. Also remembering where your center line is for the body is really important. I'm just going to speed this up a little bit here. But remembering those side planes as well, right? So your center line, and it doesn't always have to be the same as the face. While the neck might go that way, I can find the center, that gestural mark. But my face can actually face in another direction as if he's looking. But you can see how those center lines and also your the lines from the shoulders, they repeat as they kind of go down the body. So it's that same angle. So just coming in and kind of connecting those pieces with a little bit more organic curved lines. Remembering those side areas. Remembering overlap like here with the knee. And just keep referring back to your reference image. It's going to be very helpful to see where the parts overlap. So knowing that the knee, from the angle we're viewing, is going to be in front of the calf over there. That the top of the leg, the thigh, is going to overlap the lower part of the leg, and the entire body is actually going to overlap the lower part of the leg and the foot as well. So you can kind of follow the direction to find out where those pieces will fall into place. Continuing to follow those lines. Checking my reference image. And just speeding things up a little bit, paying attention to, like I said, those side areas, how the pieces connect, where the neck connects to the shoulders. Also paying attention to those planes of the face that we've been practicing. We're not putting in any detailed features just yet, but just kind of a basic outline of where they're going to be. Coming in, checking my reference. If I was working on a sculpture, all those same rules apply, right? So the planes of the face, the gesture, the motion. And you'll see with this hand, I had to rework it a couple times. So you want to work light, because the first time usually isn't going to be perfect. So you want to make sure that you're following your reference image, right? Whether it's a printout or your thumbnail, and making sure that you have all of your pieces put together. So I know it says make a color chart. We're going to get to that later. So what you guys are just doing today is taking those shapes and forms that you created and really defining the image or the object itself. Like I said, you can trace or transfer the image you drew of the shapes and forms for more, if you want something a little bit lighter. Or you can draw right on the one that you did and do a light erase, but you want to we're coming in today and starting to define the different areas. And having your reference is great because you can see, like I said yesterday, where things line up. Where does the finger line up on in comparison to his chest, right? Where does the calf line up in comparison to the other part of the leg? So when you have your reference, you can take a lot of these measurements. So he has these straps on, and like I showed before, there is like a contour to the body that wraps around and up and down. So if I find that center mark, I can see where his utility belt lies. And I can also follow that same curve, right, of the body to create the lines for the suspender type things, I'm guessing. Also noticing though how things do get smaller, right? So you can see it's almost like a vanishing point. So that that other line is going to be slightly closer, and then it's going to come up because the tunic that he's wearing, you know, kind of goes up onto his leg. So then I can come in and make them a little bit thicker, define the edges of where they are. But remember that, especially with drapery and clothing, that they are going to follow those contours, those lines of the body. And then coming in for the belt. And just really defining the important features for your piece. But like I said, we're just using pencil. You want to work kind of light. You can see where that knee is and how the different pieces kind of connect. You'll mark off where the gloves kind of would be. Coming back to that hand for like the 5th time. And then erasing some of those lines in between when I'm done that I use for the gesture, so that later on when I come in to either add value, color, ink, I'll have a much cleaner surface. So what you guys want to start thinking about now